Good morning, Blue Lulus. How you doing? Don't freak out yet. It's really okay. Stop your doom scrolling. Take a deep breath. It's not over yet. The government is not open today, and this fight is not over yet, and we've got some work to do. Because yes, we can be super frustrated with those 8 to 10, I don't know how many, there's been various reports, people who have decided to basically vote on reopening the government by passing this budget bill, right? Like, there's no doubt about that. But to vote means that they have to go back and negotiate more in the Senate, and they still require the 60 people majority in order for that bill to be passed. And then it still has to get kicked back to Congress again, since it's not the exact same bill. And surprisingly, Hakeem Jeffries has come out and admonished those Democrats who have decided to cave in the first place. So it is not over. Yeah, we've got 8 scabs on our team. That's very, very clear. But there's hundreds of other ones who have not. So don't say the entire Democratic Party, the entire Team Blue, all of our leadership has caved in this moment, because they haven't. They're not standing in lockstep. This is not a unanimous decision, and we are so quick to see a couple of people acting a freaking fool and being like, the Dems are horrible, it's terrible. No. Most of them are still standing on business, okay? So we're going to support them. Much to my chagrin, you know I do not like coming to Hakeem Jeffries' aid, but a lot of them are holding the line, so we need to make sure that we are keeping the fire at their feet and keeping the pressure on them, because the deal that is being proposed in the Senate is absolutely ridiculous. They are basically voting for cloture in exchange for a promise for extending these ACA tax cuts. Like, they already have the majority, so if they wanted to extend these tax cuts, they could. They have the ability right now just to leave it how it is, and they're not. It would be like this. Hey, remember when I loaned you $20? Can I get that back, please? I don't really know if I can do that for you right now, but I could give it back to you maybe if you promise to ask me in a week from now. Yeah, then maybe I'll give you your money back. Is that okay? No, it's right there. It's literally in your hand. Can I have my $20 back? I don't really think so. I don't want to right now, and my daddy told me that I shouldn't give it to anybody. So, but I promise you I will if you promise to ask me in a week, but you have to do what I say first. So, but I don't have what I need to help you today, but I will next week. Yeah, for sure. Do you promise that you'll help me next week? Yep. I promise. Next week, I am good for it. You just can take that promise home to the bank. Now, we would think that no reasonable person would fall for that, right? But it's a lot more common than you think. Just in my workplace, like a month ago, we were talking about how, like, money's tight, things are hard, and people were asked, like, would you ever take a strike contract? Like, if you're not a nurse, basically, strike contracts are where nurses can work as travelers and then go to hospitals that are having strikes, and those hospitals pay you, like, out the wazoo. Like, you can make, like, 30 grand in a week by working a strike contract, because you're crossing the line, because they don't have any nurses, so they have to pay people exorbitant amounts of money to keep their hospital going, even though they could have just paid their nurses in the first place and they wouldn't be on strike. So they have this money available, but they just don't give it to the nurses who are on the ground keeping their hospital going every single day. And almost everybody that I was sitting talking to said yes. They were like, yeah, if it's enough money and if it's Christmas and if I need it, I would probably do it. And if you're watching, sorry, I'll still love you. But I was like, I could never do that. Like, there is not enough money in the world to get me to cross the picket line. I am not a scab. And whatever money you got from that is a poison apple. Whatever you bought with that money would break. Whatever deals that you made, whatever rent that you paid, like, something bad would happen, because the universe keeps score. God keeps score, and betrayal will always come back to bite you. I don't think that it is a coincidence that this deal happened at 40 days. 40 days of a shutdown. We have been through the desert. We have been tempted by the devil for the last 40 days. And yeah, 8 people fell for that, but the rest of them have not. So we need to make sure that everybody else who has power in this situation, mainly our Congress people, do not take that bait. Stand firm. Ask for your $20 back in advance. That's all you're asking for. It's not unreasonable. Don't make people choose between starving to death and going bankrupt because they got in a car accident. We can do this as long as we stick together. And to all of you guys over there who are eating that poison apple after you got that call from your airline executive offering you to donate to whatever your funds, enjoy it. Take a really big bite because you will not stay there. You will not remain in power. And we will do everything we can to make sure that you don't get to sit in that seat anymore. And you will be flushed down the tube of political obscurity, and we will take pleasure in doing so. So stop scrolling. Get on the 5 Calls app, write some emails, ring up that congressional switchboard, and make sure that they know that we're not cool with this. And that after 40 days of pain and suffering, to get nothing but a promise from the biggest liars that we've ever seen is insufficient for us, okay? All is not lost. All is not over. More than ever. Keep your eyes up. Keep your feet on the ground. I'll see you next time. Ta-ta.